So the overall event was very successful. We focused in on medical technologies, and the team selected 3 focus areas. The first was Tactical Combat Casualty Care, or TCCC, which ranges from injuries that a soldier, airman, sailor, or marine would experience on the battlefield and treatment out in the field. And then from there, the other 2 areas were physical therapy, maintenance and rehabilitation of the person to get them back into the fight. And then lastly, a main topic of concern, both inside the military and post-military service, mental health. So those were our 3 areas that we focused on. We brought in quite a few number of subject matter experts from across different areas to give the best feedback to the companies as possible. Overall, we had 20 companies. We down selected from 62 that submitted their products, and we did an extensive criteria of who could we do the greatest amount of good with, look at where they currently were as far as in their funding sources, if they already had an SBIR, whether that was a phase 1 or phase 2. And then from there, we made sure that they fit inside of the 3 categories, as I explained, the TCCC, mental health and physical therapy. And then of the 20 companies that were selected, they all got to give their presentations in front of the government tech scouts. They all participated in a subject matter expert room. And then we also had a public session to where folks from the general admission could come in and listen to these folks and ask any questions about their devices. We saw a wide variety of different aspects, different takes on how to help with the stigma of mental health and try to decrease and get folks back into the fight mentally. We've seen some very interesting concepts on how to rehabilitate our troops to get back out and be physically ready to perform their duties, and then some interesting concepts on how to augment and support in the field injuries and extend the golden hour from the time of their injury to getting them into actual full-on hospital for surgical needs or anything that are greater to sustain their life longer. No single individual one, all 20 have their own merits, respectfully. The thing that struck me the most was the different approaches that companies are taking, specifically in the mental health area, of trying to combat at the starting point while folks are still wearing the uniform, so that as they transition out of the uniform, that hopefully the skills from their different devices reduces the current suicide rate of our veterans, which is also an increasing number of folks that are still wearing the uniform. So overall, that was probably the most unique that I saw from this event, of different approaches to kind of combat mental health issues for our service members. While being virtual has its limitations, interacting through a camera, as we are now, have some limit factors, but the feedback just from the subject matter expert alone was worth the price of admission for the companies to come in, because they were able to hear from those folks that are out there that live and breathe and have experienced some of the areas of expertise that each one of these technologies fell in, and then getting to present their devices in front of the government tech scouts and matching with potential needs coming directly out of the field makes it definitely worthwhile of putting on these events. Our next event is slated for 25 through 29 October, and with the current rise of different exposures to the ongoing pandemic, we're looking at the general overall safety of all that are involved, and we're going to make this event in October virtually again, just to err on the side of caution and safety, to make sure that we're doing right by the small businesses and protecting our staff, to make sure that we're doing our part as citizens to try to slow and stop the spread. So for more information about our next event, please follow us on all of our social medias. Once we have solidified topic areas, they will be posted on there. And then, as always, we will update the website at twenterprise.org. We'll post when our Ask Me Anythings are, where the registration for our next event can be found. So either social media or through our website is the best area to find what's next and engage. And also, while our Tech Warrior Ops is such a great collaboration of multi-devices, I encourage small businesses that are listening to this to take advantage of our one-on-one Tech Warrior Connect events, to where you can start the process before our Ops event and get engagement to help get your feedback early to set you up for success when you attend our Ops events.